Welcome back to the channel. September 9th. It is Wednesday, coming on to Thursday. We are almost here. Thursday Night Football is about to kick off very, very soon. We have the Houston Texans going up against the Kansas City Chiefs, the Super Bowl champions. And I am here to break down the final division that we have in the NFC South right here. And this one, I say the best for last. Totally jam-packed, top to bottom, with these divisions that we have right here. We're gonna kick it off with. We'll start with the Carolina Panthers because I don't want to. I'll start off with one of the lower level tier teams right now. Okay, this one is very, very underrated. Teddy Bridgewater is going totally undrafted. This is a very proficient quarterback. He's going to get what's there. He's a dink and dunk type of guy. Not really looking for the deep ball, but the wide receivers that they have in Carolina are totally yards after catch guys. You have DJ Moore, who's a top tier talent at the wide receiver position. Curtis Samuel with a ton of speed, and Robbie Anderson with a ton of speed. Not to mention, they have Christian McCaffrey catching out of the backfield, and that is the number one and absolute pick in all of fantasy football. This guy has production for days. As you can see, over 1,300 yards rushing, 19 TDs. He had 116 receiving catches, 142 targets, and then 4 TDs in the receiving area as well. This guy is 2 players in one. This is why he's going number 1 overall. I saw it coming out of Stanford. A lot of people were, all on Fournette, but no, I loved Christian McCaffrey. I saw what he could do in special teams. I saw what he could do with the ball in his hand. This guy is absolutely dynamic, and he deserves to be the number 1 overall player in fantasy. And I said before, DJ Moore creeping up into that number 2 round range in drafts. Definitely a steal to get. This stack is very doable. You get Christian McCaffrey in round 1. You get DJ Moore around 2 or 3. You have a choice between Robbie Anderson, Curtis Samuel. This one is pretty much a flip of a coin. You don't really suspect Bridgewater to connect with Robbie Anderson a lot, but they did play together with the New York Jets, so there is a connection there, and that is going to be my second selection in the wide receiver core right there. Going round 8, round 9, Robbie Anderson is a decent value that you can get. Can stretch the field. Hopefully he'll, learn a little more routes than what he did with the New York Jets, because he was pretty much just a go guy for us. And then Ian Thomas is slowly emerging, taking advantage of the loss of Greg Olsen. Ian Thomas can have a pretty good year this year. Definitely improvement from 16 catches, 136 yards and a touchdown. That is going to far exceed. I'm more projecting for 50 catches, 500 yards, and probably 6 TDs. He's going to be a weapon in the red zone. He is a big body tight end, and I like him going undrafted as well. So that's 2 people you can get undrafted: Teddy Bridgewater and Ian Thomas right there. And then you work in the middle with McCaffrey, DJ Moore, and Robbie Anderson. The next team we are going to go with is going to be the Atlanta Falcons. With the new acquisition of Todd Gurley, this is a totally top-to-bottom revamped offense now. When you add in an elite talent running back, and then you have Matt Ryan, who throws the ball a ton of times to huge targets, and Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley. The loss of Austin Hooper, that's going to relegate a lot of targets to Ridley, to Hayden Hurst, and to Russell Gage as well. I don't think you guys want to get that deep with Russell Gage, but there is opportunity there because the departure of Austin Hooper, the departure of Mohamed Sanu, Russell Gage comes into this, offense as their number 3 wide receiver, but probably the number 4 or 5th option, because they do have Todd Gurley, who can catch the ball. They do have Julio Jones. They do have Ridley, and they do have Hurst. Now, this stack is super, super doable. The guy going first, obviously, is Julio Jones in that first round. You can get Calvin Ridley in that third round. He's falling a little bit more. A lot of guys like A.J. Brown and DJ Moore are climbing up. And then the next guy you can get is Todd Gurley. Is being slept on just a little bit, going in that round 4 area. And then you can wait on Hayden Hurst in that round 8 and round 9 area. This is a very solid stack. As you can see, Matt Ryan has a ton of talent. Still has plenty left in his arm. 4,466 yards passing, 26 TDs, and only 14 interceptions. Doesn't provide you much in the rushing area, but yards and any type of yards leads, he's going to get it for you. Julio Jones is the number one option. Almost 100 catches last year. A total beast. Almost 1,400 yards receiving, which is a lot. You want those double-digit touchdowns, which I see some, progression this year in that category with the touchdowns. It's not positive regression, it's progression. I'm saying that. It's annoying. So I definitely see 10 TDs for him or higher. They just got to find him in the red zone. That's always been the problem. Just utilize him more in the red zone, but this guy gets a ton of targets, a ton of catches. He's not going to let you down, man. You get him in round 1, and you're pretty much set. And then Calvin Ridley has been coming on lately. This guy doesn't get that many yards after the contact, but he is a sure-handed wide receiver. He's going to get what's given to him, and he is another heavily targeted guy right here. As you can see, 10 targets, 14 targets, 8 targets. That's what you want to see in a number 2 wide receiver. Julio Jones is still clear-cut number 1. And then Hayden Hurst is hopping into this Austin Hooper role. He did pretty well with the Baltimore Ravens. And if you just want to see Hooper, I don't think this doesn't even come up. Hooper had an outstanding year. This is why Cleveland Browns paid what they did for him to become their number 1 tight end. Hayden Hurst comes into this situation, and he is probably thrusted to the same opportunity that Austin Hooper was, okay? So this is totally a great stack. Like I said, start off with Julio Jones. You get Ridley in the 3rd. You get Gurley in the 4th. You get Matt Ryan and Hurst are going around that same 8-9 area. And then you can scoop those up and you're pretty much fine. Okay? The next stack, 3rd to last stack, is going to be the New Orleans Saints. We're going to get to them right now. Perfect that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Saints are facing each other. So, the first person in this stack is clearly Michael Thomas. Number 1 wide receiver last year and 156 receptions is absolutely insane. Almost 1,800 yards. Didn't get the touchdowns, but it didn't matter. Because you're getting 17 targets, 12 targets, 15 targets. You're getting 11 targets, 10 catch after catch, 20-plus point performances on a regular basis. He averaged 24.6 fantasy points per game. That's what you want in a number 1 wide receiver. Absolutely insane type of, surplus that he saw from Drew Brees. He was his number 1 target. Drew Brees, still losing a little bit of his luster, but he's not losing it to get thrown into Michael Thomas. He's not losing it thrown into Jared Cook. 28 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Super productive ratio right there. His QB passing rating right there, 114. Absolutely outstanding. He still has it. And he's going super late. Right around that Matt Ryan range, and even later in rounds 10, you can scoop up Drew Brees, depending on how much you like him. Okay? This stack is a little bit tougher. You're going to need Alvin Kamara. It's not going to, you really can't get the start. You really can't. Unless you do this in auction, trying to get Kamara and Michael Thomas is nearly impossible because they're both going in round 1. So you'll be looking for, either you choose Kamara and get a secondary wide receiver like Emmanuel Sanders or Traquan Smith. That's up to you. I prefer, Traquan Smith. A lot of people like Emmanuel Sanders. but I prefer Traquan. We'll see. Maybe Traquan emerges. You never know. Um, they're both going in at okay. Traquan's going undrafted. Emmanuel Sanders going round 6, round 7, where you can get him at, and then Latavius Murray, when he gets the opportunity to start, is an absolute top 10 running back. Every time he gets to start, he dominates. As you can see right here against Arizona, Chicago, 27 rushes, 119 yards, 2 TDs. Got some work in the receiving game, 5 for 31. Got 35 DK one game and 39 the next. If he gets that opportunity, he is 100% lock Latavius Murray, okay? So, like I said, this stack is a little more difficult because you want Kamara and Thomas, but it's literally impossible unless you get really, really lucky, or maybe in a 10-team league. But auction is your best bet if you want Kamara and Thomas. That would be an awesome stack to have. But other than that, you choose one or the other. You get Drew Brees late, and then you get Emmanuel Sanders or Traquan Smith late. And then Jared Cook is going around 6, around 5. Just because of the touchdown production that he had. Outstanding. Didn't have that many receptions, but had a ton of yards at 759 and had 9 TDs. A big, big red zone target for Drew Brees. Jared Cook is a very solid choice. I definitely see this type of performance again from him. He is not aging, which is a huge, huge surprise. But this is a top-tier stack right there. With the New Orleans Saints. And then last but not least, Tom Brady left the lonely, lowly New England Patriots for greener pastures with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And the reason why he did that was because he has players like Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, and tight ends like Gronkowski now and O.J. Howard. And he still has Cameron Brate. The toys that he has on his team is absolutely ridiculous. And then the acquisition of he's not even on. They didn't put him in the game yet. The acquisition of Leonard Fournette is going to take this team to a whole nother level. Just to have a reliable back like him behind an actual line is the first time Leonard Fournette actually has a quarterback that's competent. Someone that can it's just perfect. Tom Brady dumps the ball off. He loves to dump the ball off. The people like James White, Rex Burkhead. Now he has Leonard Fournette. Fournette used to be a former wide receiver turned to a running back. This is why he caught 72 balls last year. He has that ability. He just couldn't get a lot of yards after contact estimated because, it was pretty much obvious. It was just dump all passes from Minshew. He didn't really get the opportunity to run a route. This is a outstanding stack and something very gettable. You get Chris Godwin in round 2 and round 3. Leonard Fournette, the acquisition of him has thrown everyone off because everyone was on Ronald Jones. And now, I believe, just go straight to Leonard Fournette because Ronald Jones is only a one-way player. Fournette is a two-way player. Okay? He can run the ball and catch. You need that. And you need pass protection for Tom Brady. And Leonard Fournette provides that 100% better than freaking Ronald Jones. Okay, you get him in round 4 and round 5. Then you get Gronkowski or O.J. Howard. I probably lean to more O.J. Howard because Gronkowski is going to be more on the pitch count. The athleticism that O.J. Howard possesses is absolutely insane, and this could be the opportunity to, play alongside Tom Brady where he can really, really break out. This dude has a ton of talent, and you're just waiting year after year, year after year. Just like Chris Herndon, you wait year after year, year after year. You're waiting for him to go off, but you know he has the capabilities to do it. O.J. Howard, I like him more than Gronkowski. Okay, so this is how you do this stack. You get Chris Godwin in the second. Okay, you're going to go for... You can actually get Mike Evans in that third round, actually, too. So you can get all of it. You can get Godwin, Mike Evans in the third. I like O.J. Howard. He's going undrafted, so that means I would focus on Leonard Fournette in the 5th, and then Tom Brady in that round 9, round 10 area. And then you got the whole stack. You got probably the number 1 offense in the league, and it was all doable. You didn't have to reach for no one or nothing. This you got to get you some Tampa Bay, man. 100% you got to get you some Tampa Bay. That's all I have. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Tell me who you think is the #1 stack out of all these divisions, okay? Because I broke down each and every division on AFC and NFC side. Like and comment. Let me know how you feel. Please follow me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll be back tomorrow with another video. We have the season coming up. I need to do a Jets prediction video of the whole entire season, give you my season record. So that's probably going to be next. So thank you guys, and peace out.